Hi everyone. Let's do a sound check. Hi Karen, hi Francine, hi Verpy, Donald, Kenny, Marianne, Stefan, doing this from memory. Denise, yes. Hope you're okay. We will focus on and helping your heart, I should say. So, hi Richard and Francine and everyone else that is watching and being with us tonight. Jenny, hi. And so it is. I'm glad, Denise, you popped in and shared your story so we can all focus on your heart. Hi, Yvonne. Nice to hear you. Hi, Richard, if I didn't say it already. Isabel, welcome. And Kenny says you can hear me loud and clear. Hi, Isabel. Okay, well, we're coming up to the new year now. And for me, it's a really, really, really important moment of how I enter the new year energy. And apparently, by the word of many, many people that inspire me, it's a very special new year of great opportunity. And for years, what I have done, knowing that how I enter the new year affects the manifestation and the assimilation of the energy that a new year offers. So I meditate instead of going to a party. But a party's okay too. It's just that I know that how you wake up the next morning, or even as of midnight, you are receiving a certain frequency. And if you're hungover, you're honestly clouding the great energy that's coming there for our new year. So I just want to say that I had a lovely Christmas day with my children and grandchildren, and Matthew's dog Luna. She was something else. And at one point she jumped on my lap and fell asleep. So it was a special day. She's such a character. Had a lot of time with my grandson. Good, Verby. That makes it easier. But there's a few things that I want to share with you today. And hang on a minute. Oh, I need a tissue. I don't know about all the cultures, but there's a lot of, when I was growing up, there was a big emphasis about making a New Year's resolution. And it's become clearer to me why we need to do that, because often those New Year resolutions can be about acquiring something within the world. Ideally, it would be good if it's about a quality of becoming more how wonderful you are, how incredible you are. And what happens to most of us, we're very entangled with the world and the program. And I don't know about you, but every time I look around, it's war, climate change, destruction, that keeps us all on a level of fear and doubt and worry. And when you're in that frame of mind, your adrenaline is up and you go into survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, which most of us are in all the time, subconsciously or consciously, you can't touch the finer aspect of who you are. It's very challenging. And we've been raised to identify with problems. And I remember, I think just after Matthew was born, I came to the realization that from now on, when someone says, "How are you?" I would find something that was really good to share. Because up to that point, it was always looking at what was wrong and criticizing, judging myself or whatever. And it's not our fault. Our system has raised us to have that program. But the amazing thing is that I constantly want to point out, you can be in control of this. And if you start observing that when your attention starts to become very attached to the world and you start to really worry, then you're working on the lower frequencies of what are your possibilities. So observe it, go, oh, okay, and then switch it to something more positive. And eventually, as you want to control your life and touch the higher possibilities of what life can bring, it'll become a habit. And less will you be controlled by the world chaos. So one of the important things is to sort of make a list of hopefully what you want to become in the New Year's. What you want to experience in life. Because you are the creator of your life. We haven't been trained to do this. But you can become it. It's all within your power. So that's what I do. The few days coming up to it, I ponder, I meditate, I allow myself to feel something of the deeper side of who I am in my potential, because I know that every one of us has this incredible potential in that the world can become what we think. It does become what we think, what we focus on. And even if you're the only person, focus on the best of what you can be. So I want to read some of your messages. Yvonne says, I prefer to stay clear for exactly that reason. To have a clear mind and heart of the first day of the new year. And I've just lost her message. To embrace the new and get a feeling for it. Super. And Jenny says, where'd you go, Jenny? I'd like to become a more positive person. I say negative things to be funny, but it doesn't do me any favors. Exactly, Jenny. The moment you start to see that is when you are becoming the controller. Verpi says, yes, I would love to live in a fantasy world, but as I'm in this world, I can't pretend all of that isn't happening right next to us. It isn't a fantasy world that I'm talking about. Mankind has created a particular world, and you can't ignore it, but you don't have to be possessed by it, the energy of it. Everything has a frequency that travels through you, and you can work with that frequency. There's the higher frequency within you that brings about love and peace and tranquility, even within the chaos that surrounds us. And if you find that you're starting to absorb it, then it's an indication that you need to take time out, sometime, even if it begins with 15 minutes a day where you just sit quietly and contemplate the beautiful things that have happened in your life, and that there are beautiful things that happen every day. But we haven't been trained to go for the highest and the best of what we are. And that's a habit. It isn't easy. It does take some time to switch it. We don't have to have a world full of suffering. If we had everyone each day waking up and going, right, today I'm going to support the thought that all people will be fed, that the oceans will be clean. Do you know we have 8 billion people on this planet? And if we all focused on the best of who we are and the best of what life is, it would be a really, really different world. I totally believe it. So start with little things within your own life. Life has a high frequency that will support you. We have to trust it, and we have to spend time to listen, to be quiet, and open your heart and let that higher vibration melt away your self-doubt, melt away your fear, melt away your worry. And if each one of us, one at a time, were to do that, we'd have a happier world. And I think that's probably one of the only ways, it's the deeper way for switching things. But as I said, it's not easy. But it sure is worth it. I find that the more, and I've been doing this for a long time, it's starting to, it's an amazing feeling that you suddenly just are walking down the corridor, down the stairs, and it's like, wow, I feel really good. Oh, I'm so grateful. And I try to do things for the world to help it be a better place, not just only in my own self. Being here with you is one of the things. In order for us to build a group that is going to work at being the best to ourselves that we can be. So the important thing obviously is, number one, to stop when the anxiety gets a bit too much and connect to the divine aspect of who you are. And the second thing is, think about what is it you would like to become with the New Year's energy. What will you put your emphasis on? And what is deep in your heart that you, that dream that perhaps you've hidden away under hopelessness, Ideally, ask the question of what is my sole purpose? And may the universe support me in doing that. It's step by step, you know. I suppose we have to be vigilant because we've been raised to be a tape recorder, and our confidence is all about what's going on outside of in our world. And we have, ever since we're little, took it all in, and to the point that we thought that was reality. And we're not happy about it. And we were not told that you could change the tape. And I hope I can help you change the tape. Because every one of you has the most wonderful heart. And you're magnificent. Every human being is so unique and wonderful creation. So, shall we do our weekly visualization? I think I'm missing some comments here. Got so involved with talking. Just a minute. Scrolling down. Jenny, it's something in our culture that says to say negative things can be funny. But it actually, you're blocking the higher frequencies when you do that. It's really good you see that. So Verpi says, referring to my previous comment, not what you said. Oh, tell me, what did you mean? That would be great. Marianne says, I try not to dwell on the bad things going on in the world, even though I know it's there. Good. Karen, I've noticed that too much FB time can be a problem. A little is good, though. Jenny, I forget how close you are, Verpi. What does that mean, Jenny? So Francine says, I enjoyed so much as I can from my family and friends. Love is good. Hi, Timothy. Sorry you're late. That's okay. Verpi. Thanks, Jenny, for understanding what I was saying. Maybe you'd help me. You're focusing on listening now. Cool. Jenny said, I think a lot of young people these days seem more tuned into the greater good sometimes. Thank you, Vera. Happy New Year's to you and everybody. The most important thing about being a positive person is, what helps a lot is to, like at the end of the day, say, okay, what is it that was really great today? Did I have a new thought? Did I make some really great food? Did I take a walk in nature and felt the trees? You know, it's like doing a review. You can do a review of your life, of the year. You don't have to say, oh, I had this many flus, or I had COVID, or I broke my leg, or whatever. There are other things that have happened in that year that are really special. And the more that we focus on that, the more things will start to shift. And Jenny, you're quite right. Joy is very infectious. So do something that is joyful. Think something that's joyful. Thank you, Francine. And Marianne, what I'd like to say is one of the best examples of how to be the most wonderful human being is to focus on the life of Christ or of Buddha or of other great teachers. And it's they are great examples. Ah, Verbi, how amazing. I want to share what Verbi just said. Sorry, Ginger, I didn't mean you were talking about a fantasy world. I meant that I am so close to the war here, it's difficult to ignore the news. But I'm trying to be positive about that and everything. Verbi, that's amazing. So you're really close to the energy of war in a reality situation. So you're going to have your task, and it will be really important for you to think happy things, create some little sanctuary that you can like put a bubble around you of pink and amethyst. We'll do this later in our visualization that hopefully will help you. So it would be really important for you to have some technique of protection, because it'll be even if you don't watch the news, you're a very sensitive person, and that energy being that close will come in through your walls. It will be there, and it's important for you to have some methods of being vigilant, of recognizing that energies are flowing through you of a certain type, and to protect yourself, honestly. I have to tell you that whenever the Pink Floyd would say, we're doing an album, it was like a million thought forms came into my body. And I had a teacher, meditation teacher, fortunately at the time, helped me to create a boundary, so to speak, so that I didn't get thrown back with people have such needs and referred to their idols for being protected and fed and nurtured and everything. And I really needed that, especially as they got more famous. But I'm learning. Jenny, that's a great idea. Have a happy jar, which I put funny and happy things in that I can read back. That's a terrific idea. Really good. I do have a jar of putting in little strips of I am affluent, I am abundant, I am loving, I am me, I am creative. All these inner requests, empowerment of who I am and what I want to become. But more than it's the acknowledgement and knowing that those qualities are in you. It isn't made up. But it certainly helps to say them, because I had my doubts. Oh, you're so ugly, you're so heavy, you're not this, you're not that. And it took me a long time to reverse that. But it took me seeing that it really works. It really works. So Tim, I've got the gist of the conversation. I take life with a pinch of salt, and what will be kind of attitude. And I strongly believe that everything happens for a reason. After my illness, I now think not to sweat the small stuff because it really doesn't matter. So Verpe says that's what she meant. The Russian-Ukraine situation is physically so close to Finland. It's important to follow what's going on, but don't watch too much news. I focus my energy on positive things. Good, Verpe. You have a wonderful heart. So, I think it's time that we can do a New Year affirmation visualizations, if you like. Hi, Julie. That's a really good one. I do the same thing, diving into my art and other interests. They saved her numerous times. After her brother crossed over, I was led into an additional medium that I hadn't thought of pursuing previously. And Verpe says it's important that we don't let others define who we are, or that we don't define ourselves through others, or through circumstances, or even our work. We have to see who we really are. That is the essence, Verpe. Thank you for sharing. And Karen says she tries to make my own little world as a good place as I can too. To me, my world is a sanctuary, and the energy is really totally dedicated to that. Every action, every thought, every creative anything is to make a sanctuary for me. That reminds me of who I am deeply. And I feel that way about all of you guys. So, shall we start with our New Year's meditation? Let me get the image up. Julie, Horace Dobbs many years ago came to see me. He was the president of the International Dolphin Watch, and he said that my house was a sanctuary for the spirit. And that's what we are, is creating sanctuaries for the spirit. We could make a planet was a sanctuary for the spirit, because that life force is there, totally surrounding us all the time, as much as war is. And we have to make the choice. So I am going to put up the image for this week. And as usual, let's refrain from commenting, and be comfortable whether you're sitting or lying. And relax and feel your breath coming in and going out. And visualize upon the light of the being on the screen. And take the tranquility into your body. So on the breath, take in the light and the tranquility, and hold it there and release. And breathe in the peace. Hold it and release. And breathe in and hold it and release. And when you're ready, close your eyes and take in the light on the breath and hold it and release. Hold it and release. Breathe in the light, the peace, the stillness, and release. Feel your entire body within radiant, and the light is flowing through and releasing all the tensions that may be hidden in all kinds of corners. Can you find them? The tension, the doubts, the worry, and allow the light to take them away, down, out through your feet, into Mother Earth, whose heart is very, very big. So breathe in, allow the light to flow through your body, releasing the tension until you're relaxed. And let the flow of light take away all the debris that holds within you, hidden often. And let's all help Denise by sending her rose pink and put rose pink into our own hearts so we remember the love that's always there. So breathe in the pink and fill your heart and hold hands with Denise. So we make a ring of pink and joy and happiness. That nurtures and uplifts and holds the tears. So breathe in as a circle of love and allow each of us to take that circle and make it tinier, smaller, precious, and place it within your heart center. And breathe in and relax. Feel the love, the warmth. Allow the breath to release. And say to yourself, I am love. I am peace. I love myself. I love you. I love the world. So let's go to the top of your head and place a golden light. And allow that golden light to flow through your body. Allow the wisdom of who you are to fill your entire being. And allow it to radiate out from every cell and surround you in an egg of gold. And let's place a little candle on your crown center and bring it down vertically to the bottom of your feet and come back up to your heart center and go horizontally to the left and the right with the candle of light coming back to the heart and back up to your crown center. And take this candle of light of gold and create a circle that you are within, going all the way past your hands, down your feet, out across, around your other hand, and back to the crown center. And within that circle of light, place a deep amethyst for protection and wisdom and connection to your higher self, to the frequency of your higher self, to the knowledge of who you are from your soul point of view. And allow this to be the circle of light that guides you into the new year of light. It has been built and activated through the Christmas of the being of the Christ being who represents the highest of who we all are through all chaos and difficulty. We are love, we are peace, we are compassion, we are wisdom. And that's what's within the circle of light. And all your choices for how you will greet the new year will be touched by the circle of light of amethyst and rose pink and gold. So let's sit quietly for a moment in that stillness. Be within it, within the colors and the gold and the light and the peace and the love. Allow your breath to be calm. flowing in and gently releasing. May peace and love and harmony be with you all. And in your own time, slowly, slowly come back to where you were sitting or lying, and place your hands gently over your heart center. And feel the love and the strength and the protection and the light and love of who you are. And when you're ready, come back to the stream. I will try to download it for replay tomorrow, but you can go on Ginger Gilmore Be Creative. It's always there. That you don't have to wait for the replay. You can just watch it again if you like. Jenny, I'm interested in what strange thing that you saw, if you want to email me. So here we are, entering a new year, and I really have a really good feeling about it. And you're most welcome, everybody. And takes more time, even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 15 minutes, to feel that light circle. And every day, if you can, remember the light circle. And it's a great pleasure to be together on these energetic planes within a light circle. Good, Julie. I have to do it quite often for exactly that reason. Thank you, Anna. I hope it serves. And I'm going to go have my dinner. I don't know what it is, but I'll look in the fridge and decide what it will be. So I look forward to meeting you next year, as they say. And be well and love yourself, because you are magnificent. So, totally burpy. Walking in nature is one of the best. Actually, I don't do it enough. I need to do that. I'm behind my pencils, my paints. But my body says, go for a walk. You need to touch the trees. I used to go and hug them quite a lot. I'd put my back up against them and just feel them. And then I'd turn around and hug them and feel them, and so special. So, thank you. And have a lovely evening and a lovely week. And as I said, see you next year.